Hi guys, and welcome back to Twisted Dice. I'm Ace Face and I'm here with another video for you. Today we're going to talk Tyranids, of course, why not? And I'm going to talk about my first impressions after taking the Tyranids out for some 9th edition spins. I'm going to tell you what I think about the army now I've actually got down and played it. Now I'm going to caveat this by saying that I've not played it loads and loads. So you need more experience, you need more reps to get a really good idea. So this is only a first impressions and what I have gathered from playing them so far. Before we get started, guys, I'm going to make this quick because I know you hate it. Please do hit that subscribe button, like the video, helps us out tons. And please chuck all those comments, let me know all the things that you think about this video in the comments below. If you like what you're seeing, then there's loads of links of other ways you can follow Twisted Dice. And if you want to support us further, jump into our Patreon and dedicate some of your hard-earned cash to Twisted Dice, become part of an awesome community. But anyway, guys, let's jump in. We're a minute in. So, the beloved Tyranids. So I've made loads and loads of videos that you can see before on the build-up to 9th edition. And it's been one of the most heavily debated videos that I have ever produced. I've made videos on saying that I think Tyranids are going to be the strongest. I've made videos on new points and what I think about them, and it's been hugely debated in the community, which is great to see. The overriding feeling that I had back, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, is that you guys think that Tyranids are going to be bad. You think that they're going to really struggle because of their points and because they're just not good enough in the current meta. That's what you've told me. So look, so I chucked some armies on the table, and we will have a battle report, at least, if not a couple, coming up very soon, showing you some of my initial Tyranid lists and playing with Tyranids. So we chucked some armies on the table. We played the grand tournament pack to see how Tyranids, how they do on the table. And I've been pleasantly surprised. You're probably not surprised to hear my positivity because it's generally how I am, but actually pretty good. Like, I think that Tyranids, as they are, actually do okay. I've been really quite pleasantly surprised, and I'll talk about the things that I think have been real successes, and why. So I'm going to do, obviously, as I get more reps and I really understand how these units work in 9th edition. But what I found is that the Carnifex, which I already loved, I couldn't help but bring out in 9th edition. And even with those points increases, which really, when you start to build armies against your opponent who's building lists as well, those points increases for the Carnifexes are not huge. And I really didn't find that it hampered me with my build. I dropped the bone maces on the tails, which were never a big deal. But I still ran them with the heavy venom cannons and the devourers with the acute senses and the sporocysts. And man, those guys are so much better. And I loved them before. I thought they were amazing before, but now they are so much better because of those devourers. Excuse me. The devourers, they just are amazing because what they give you is they give you the ability to fight out of combat. Whereas before, anyone that knows, even if you build a combat Carnifex, they can get bogged down in combat because they don't have enough attacks. They don't hit hard enough quite a lot of the time. The Devourers just give you that threat that you can still do damage to units even when you get bogged down, which is so good because it's 12 shots. It's 12 shots that you can continue to throw out. That's so powerful. And the Venom Cannon as well got so much better because of its ability to hit hordes harder, and at least now you're going to get those 3 shots which are probably going to take down 3 models. That's really strong. They just make them so much better. So look, I was blown away with how much better the Humble Carnifex got. And I don't think the points are that bad for them. So, you know, you might disagree, but my experience of playing on the table, I thought they were worth every point, and they felt that much better, that much more effective than they did before, and I was running them before. So there you go. Walking Tyrants, so good, because they're fast. People think that, oh, you have to have wings, otherwise it really slows them down. They're actually really fast just on foot. So with the smaller boards, those Tyrants are absolutely getting in really dangerous positions really quickly. The fact that they're a relatively small model, they were used to be quite easy to hide, but now because of the new terrain rules, a lot of the time they're not getting hit hard, and when they are getting hit, having that 4-up invuln makes them super resilient, because you're not getting hit from distance first turn really effectively. The stuff that ignores line of sight doesn't always do that much damage to them. 4-up invuln, they can shrug off the high toughness. It's really good. And the other thing that they're amazing at is and I can't remember the name of the mission, but one of the secondary missions basically is you cast a power on a character within 18 inches and you get your points back. So it's kind of like almost like you do this power to get your secondary mission. And with the Tyrants having those 2 powers, it's just really great. It's just really easy, particularly if you're going against anything with characters that need to kind of come forward, which a lot of armies will need to. 18 inches, particularly with the movement of the Hive Tyrant, is not really a problem, and I found that super easy to achieve a secondary, which was great. So look, I love the Walking Tyrants. Again, the heavy venom cannons, yes, they're more expensive, but they are so much better, and they were good before. So that's amazing. Hive Guard, people boo-hooed because of their points increases. Those guys, if you put them in the middle of the board in a fairly advanced position in cover, like stack them potentially with the ignore -1 and 2 AP, and they are such a threat. And if you think that the new missions are built around objective placement in the middle of the board, a lot of these really hard to shift units, which are key to winning 9th edition, hate Hive Guard. Absolutely hate Hive Guard. I played against Mega Knobs, and I tell you what, Mega Knobs are petrified of Hive Guard because they're just killing them super quick. A 4-up save against them is just not effective enough to not see them just drop straight away. So yeah, those Hive Guard shooting twice in the middle of the board, and I haven't even been running them Chronos with exploding. Like they are so good and well worth their points, because any army is going to be petrified at coming to that middle board when you've got such a huge threat range now in the smaller tables with the Hive Guard. So look, they are incredible, really strong. But there's loads of other units, and I'm not going to go into them all today, but I actually found them. Now look, I've not played a couple of the strongest armies yet, so we'll wait to see. And I'm not saying for 1 inch of a second that at the moment I think they are the absolute strongest, but what I would say is they are by far not the weakest. They have loads of very effective units in 9th edition, and I'm excited to try so many more of them. So if you are a Tyranid player, just hang fast, because if we've got what we've got and then we stack some new rules and some new buffs from a new codex, we very much could be in for the running of being one of the top tier armies. And as we are, if you're a good player, you get the reps in and you know play to the missions, I actually think there is loads of cool new tech for us to play with within the existing codex. So don't worry, you're actually in a really good place. And if you disagree, again, put the comments down below, because I would love to hear your thoughts. And you know, look, whether you completely disagree with me, that's absolutely cool, and I know you will. You'll all tell me I'm talking nonsense, that I have no idea. That's absolutely cool. I want to hear your comments, I want to hear your thoughts. Please let us know. But until the next video, I'm Aceface, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.